I wanted to do a quick little garden run. I've put dahlias in here. This is my fake flower bed. I call it a fake flower bed because I just dug a hole in the hard ground, put the bulb in, and coated it with grass clippings. And I think it'll work for the season. This is a little bed of okra that I've started. That's my older little bed of okra. It's finally doing something. I've got some Asian lilies here. They're pretty. More lilies over here, not blooming. More dahlias. Lots of dahlias. More lilies, hostas, all kinds of stuff. This is the flower side. And I have, and then we'll come by. I really like my. This is a Kosa dogwood, and it's flowered for the first time this year. I was really worried about it. It took forever to bloom. I've got beets here, and they're good. I've pulled a few out and eaten them. The celery is starting to get big enough to eat. I've got some halfway decent broccoli heads making. They're really crammed in here. I have little space, so I mean, they are really shoved in here, but they're making. I've got some watermelons coming up here. Watermelons coming up over here. I've got a few cabbages. Got some pole beans coming here. And we've got one little runner that's doing pretty good. He's getting way up here on the trellis. These are cucumbers, and they're just loaded with little tiny fruits. They're just getting started. Let's see if I can show you one of them. I don't even know what kind these are anymore. I didn't mark them. These are cantaloupes down here. These are peppers. I've got red bells, sweet peppers. This one's a jalapeno in the corner. And another cabbage that kind of got mixed in. And two eggplants. And one of them's really small and not doing very well. But this one was doing pretty good, and the aphids got a hold of it. And I had to spray it with soapy water to try to kill the aphids. And I think it's coming back out of it, but it scared me there for a while. I pulled the broccoli rabe out of there. I think that's sage that's left there now. Sweet potatoes, they're slow going. These are the regular potatoes, and they are blooming. And I don't remember seeing potatoes bloom before, but there they are. They're doing pretty good. I've got some spicy lettuces. I've got a whole row. This is a whole row of little tiny turnip starts. Those are all purple top turnips down that way. Give me a few turnips. I've got butter lettuce that's just going bad because I can't eat that much lettuce. There's tons of lettuce. And I've got some spicy lettuce on this side. A few leeks. And these are baby turnips that I've got underneath some boards. They sprout better under the boards. I leave them for 2 or 3 days and check them. And when they start coming up, take the boards off. And that's what you get there. The little baby ones all underneath. They sprout better under a board, believe it or not. I've got some... These are scarlet runner beans. I'm hoping they'll cover this water tank that we've put in and hide it. Got a little red bloom on my scarlet runner beans. And I've got an onion bed here. I put in some winter squashes here, but they have not sprouted yet. I don't see anything anyway. I've got some garlic and onions there. Then you've got the hay bale garden, the experimental hay bale garden. I got some blueberries here and over there. The experimental hay bale garden. I'm getting some bush beans, a few. Tomatoes are not really recommended for a hay bale garden because they get so tall, but I have a pretty good support, so we're giving it a shot. I've got squash on this side, and I've got zucchinis coming. There's a nice zucchini coming there. I've got some yellow crooknecks down here somewhere. Here's some yellow crooknecks coming along. It's a nice big plant. More zucchinis. I think there's another yellow crookneck back in here. And another zucchini. And all that other side over there is tomatoes. Different varieties. planted all kinds of different varieties of tomatoes on this other side. And the only tomatoes that are putting on so far, I've got blooms, but no tomatoes except for this little tiny Italian over here. This little Roma tomato, Roma 3, is putting on some little tiny guys right there. Those are my first tomatoes of the year. I was pretty excited, even though they don't look like much. And all the rest of these are just mixed. Most of them are, mixed colored. Just a mixed color from Burpee. I've got some black ones and some red ones. I don't know what all will come up in here. Most of them are heirloom varieties. There's my pink, that's a pink willow. And I've got some primroses blooming down there. I've got lots of hostas down here in the back. You can't hardly see anything through there. There's another squash plant just over here by himself, putting on a zucchini. And these are my sugar snap peas, and they're doing pretty good. These are yard snacks. We come out here and talk and eat them while we're down here. There's a good one. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. There it is. Come on, give me that bean. Let go. There it goes. Pretty good. Here are my raspberries. They're in here in the shade, so they don't make real fast. But I've got 1 row, 2 rows, 3 full rows, and a half a row down here. They look like they're still a ways away from maturity, but God, I hope they look like they might be a halfway decent crop.